with Happy-go-Lowery's Creations, and tonight I think I figured out how to do the Paris. The Eiffel Tower, Meet Me in Paris. What about this as a background? I don't know. But we're gonna see. And I want to do it on one of the new frames. And that is like a whole nother story there to see how I can make it work. So, we are going to see if we can make it work. Because I'm always up for a challenge, right? Y'all know me and my challenges. And I'm not sure. This one was just called Meet Me in Paris, and this was back in 2018, so. And I don't know the tagline I should be doing for chalk right now, but we will fix that. Once I figure it out, I'll go back and fix it. God darn it, Donna. So that is what we are going to do. And hopefully this will work out and everything will be great. Oh, I know one thing, it is a lot warmer over here. Oh, like a lot warmer. Okay, so hang on, I'm gonna go get the other fan. Let's see. See if that'll help. Because I don't want my air running the whole time that I'm live because it's so noisy. So this is our Paris, and then this is from the Dollar Tree, and this is a peel and stick wallpaper. I don't know, I thought this might look cool. I don't know, we'll have to see. And then this is our new, one of our new frames, but I'm also going to show you, just scooch some stuff. Hey Tammy. I also have these new shiplap boards in. So they're a little bit different than like our other ones that we had. Yellow. This one makes it easier to actually chalk on it, so that will, I can't wait to work on this. I thought about some of that for, fall and that. I also wanted to show you, I had designer dollars to spend. It says, I like my coffee hot, just like I like my, you can either say men, partner, salsa, husband, or wife. I thought that was cute. This one is the Farmer's Market, and I actually thought about doing this first on this new frame, but then we were challenged to do something with Parrot, or travel, so. This is the Bistro Cafe, and that is huge right now too. A lot of people going over there and eating. And then this big huge hunkin' one. And I need to find out if my granddaughters would want Halloween bags made by their grandma. You know, sometimes that's embarrassing. So, but I thought these would look cute. And I thought this would look really cute over the stove as well, right? So, yeah. And I really need to, if it rains tomorrow, I really need to clean my office. I just have stuff laying here and there, everywhere. So this one is called, it's called a floating frame. So we'll open this up. And here's what we'll do. So has anyone been to Paris, or has anyone been to any of the Olympic Games? So this is the frame, and you can see it'll just set inside of here. Of course, I'm going to keep this because, you know, I'm a crafter and that's what we do. But it'll make for nicer. When I do some painting, it'll work great on there. So we're going to see if we can get this open up. So this is the frame, and I don't know if there's any easy way to do this because they don't show this part. And then how do you get this part on here? Does it go up shorter, tighter? I don't know. Like, sometimes they don't always explain these things to us, and we just have to figure these things out on our own. Does that, like, come out a little bit? Oh, I don't know. I'm going to have to add some uplines. Hey, Carrie. Or maybe we have to slide it into it. And then it spets. I have definitely been watching, of course, all the women gymnastics. The swimmers, I love the swimmers too. I'm not into the basketball or rugby, but I do like. So this is the floating frame. Then we're going to put Paris on here. And then we're going to try and use this, I think, as part of the background. But some of those women, one of the women swimmers, she's like 6 foot something. I'm like, holy man, that is like tall, tall, tall. So these have a protective coating on them. And I'm going to see if I can get that coating at least off on one side so we can start this. So we're going to try and see if we can do it with the tape technique. Yeah, I don't know if my granddaughters are at that age that they're not going to, you know, want something made by a grandma anymore, because, you know, they're getting older, and sometimes, well, the tape isn't working either. And you don't want to, you know, chalk on the tape. So let's see if we can use a straight pen and see if that will help us get it off. Yep, I've been watching Sue Lee too, and her story with coming back from kidney disease kind of touches home with us because my son is in dialysis right now. So that is very interesting. And I was watching the beach volleyball, and the one, her baby is pretty young, and they were saying that for her to come back and be in that great a shape after having a baby, I was like, whoa, like really? That's, you know, I was kind of amazed at that. Okay, so super sticky. We're gonna fuzz this extra. Even though I've used this before, I made something for my daughter-in-law because she has always wanted to go to Paris. So I made her something for Paris. Hey Kim, how are you? So curious, has anyone been to the Olympics? Has anyone been to Paris, France? And do any of you have like the wish to go? I mean, because in 2028 they'll be in LA. So this one is from 2018. So this is really funny because I was in a group when I was selling a different product, and somehow I got to buy from a person doing chalk, and this was a transfer I think my sister got, and then she gave it to me. And if that girl would explain to me about chalk, I would have never joined, hey Wanda, I would have never joined those two other companies. Never. Never. I just would not have did that. So we are going to start by chalking the Eiffel Tower. And I'm going to try and not do all this other stuff. So this is an easy way. Well, this might be good though. We'll just do it all. If we don't like it, you know, you can take it off. Imagine that. This is the metallic gold nominee. Y'all know I love the metallics as much as I love the shimmers. And you only have to put this on the design. You don't have to put it on all the teal. So now tomorrow marks the 1st, which means we have a new color of the month that is coming out. I cannot wait to see what they have. All I know is they said you're going to want it. Well, they say that about every month. And I was trying to get some guys that I watch their upper chalk members, and he was having a hard time with his live, and I was like, oh, thank God that even the pros have issues. And he was like having a big time issue, and I thought, oh, I'm just so glad it's just not me, because sometimes I feel like you guys come on and all you're seeing is me making boo-boos. So we're just going to get this on here. Remove any of the extra. We'll see if we have enough squeegees, because I did not clean my squeegees again. So we're going to bring this back and sheet over here. My fan is blowing everything now. So we're going to slowly get this. And you don't want to pull it corner to corner. You want to reach and try and... No, because you know what? Sometimes mistakes are how masterpieces are made. I was listening to Michael Bublé talk about will be a judge or coach or whatever they call him on The Voice. Now you see how this curled? I should have fuzzed it more than the 6 times that I did. He said for the last 6 months, he has been so worried that he would not fit in. So Snoop Dogg is going to be there. I know Reba is on there. I don't know who the other ones are, but he was so worried that he would not fit in with that. Can you imagine Michael Bublé being nervous about starting a new project like that? Right? Yep. So you're just going to put it on here, then you're going to take it to your kitchen sink. You're going to run warm water. I always start on the back and try and push the chalk paste through the front. And then I just take a board eraser and go over it, okay? So we need this to dry. And I can tell you this, I cannot use my one heat tool on it because I don't want to do it. But what I'm thinking is putting this behind it. But I want to do something else on the back side. So while we are going to give this a minute to just dry it a little bit, I want to show you, in case you did not see, this is the frame that it goes in. They're called floating frames. I'm not quite sure how to put it in because when I was doing it, I think I was messing it up. But these are our shiplap signs. So I have this one. This one. So this one here is a 9 by 12, and then I have the big one, which is 12 by 18. And I thought this would make it cool for the pumpkin one. So I will show you, in case you did not see the other transfers. So we have this one. This one would be cute as a background as well, because this one is the bistro in Paris. This one is your fall harvest. I don't remember getting this. I think what I did was I was putting things in my cart to help someone see how to build a cart link or something, and I did not clear out my cart link. This one is, I think this one is funny. I like my coffee hot, just like my men. And then you have, in case you're not, if you have a husband or wife, a partner, or if you have no one, salsa. But this is the one I thought would be cute on there. Yes, it is bigger than that, but you can use parts of it. But this, I also thought would look really cool on the thing above the stove. So that is my thoughts there. Thanks for the stars. So this now, I need to grab the one heat tool. Ooh, see if I can reach. So this one, I just want to, it sounds that easy, Wanda, but it's not. I was, like, you could see scrape marks on this that I was doing. So I want to just get this so that I can flip this over. And this isn't like it's going to melt it, but let me tell you, if I would have did my big one, then we'd have some issues. So I just want to make sure that this metallic is dry. No, I hardly use that because the dang darn cord is so tight. So this is the only way that I've been able to get this, is that you go into a corner, you take a straight pin, and you try and find an area and pull it up. So I was reading to Jason again last night. Oh, this one is harder to do. And I was reading him from the Reader's Digest a story. And the one was that a lady was out on her the lady was out mowing. So she's on like a little tractor thing with a mower that like pulled behind it, sounded like, on her tractor. And you can see this is really sticky too. And she's just tooling along, right, mowing, and she's in her own little frame of mind. And all of a sudden, this snake drops from the sky and wraps around her arm. Now, this snake is about 3.5 to 4 feet long. Huge. And like, she's like, you know, like trying to whip it off her arm, and it's not going anywhere. So see what I want to do? Do you think this will be okay? And she cannot get this to get off her arm. Not at all. And, you know, like, she's having a fit, like, well, I think most of us would, right? And it's trying to come at her face and everything, you know, like, And she's like, this is going to be the worst day of my life. No. Then here comes a hawk. The hawk had dropped the snake because it was a younger hawk. He dropped it and he was trying to get his dinner back. So his talons are digging into this lady's arms, digging into the snake, trying to get the snake off. The snake is wrapping itself more around her arm, and she's, you know, trying to get away from it. Her husband is in the front yard with the weed whacker, and he doesn't hear a thing because, you know, he's probably wearing stuff on his ears, and, you know, weed whackers are not exactly quiet. He doesn't hear her yelling for help. We gotta see how we can get these all in here. And that dang hawk kept taking off and coming back and taking off and coming back. And oh, wait. I'm gonna do this. This would be flipped, right? So she's screaming bloody murder. And you guys can't tell I can't draw a circle, so I'm trying to cheat. And this went on, she said, for a while. And she had thought maybe, you know, like the hawk would take off and that it was done. But no, it kept coming back until finally it got it off the lady's arm. The hawk was able to get his dinner off the arm. Well, that didn't work as well as I want, but it'll be close enough. I don't know if I can freehand enough. And she gets to the hospital and like nobody believes her, you know. But a snake fell from the sky. And then they were trying to figure out if it was poisonous, and she was like, she just did not remember exactly what it looked like or anything. But the hawk did some major damage to her arm in that too, so she had to get like antibiotics to take care of all that. And she said there was no way, and you know what, before she was going to ever go back and mow again, right? So before she went to mow, the first thing that they did, they went out and they bought a new mower. True story. And it had like a great big canopy on it. Because she was like, no way. Being in Texas, out where she lives, that she was not ever going to take a chance of that ever happening to her again. Never. So, see, I wish I had a steady enough hand that I could just freehand this, but I really don't. It's like, and I don't have anything else that's the same size. So I'm going to end up messing up all my lids. But if I can get at least an outline, then I can kind of go in and fix it. So do you know why there's what the rings represent and what the colors of the Olympic rings mean? Of course, I had to go do a little research on this before. Yeah, I would be like, no. I mean, I don't have a big issue with snakes, but if I had one falling from the sky like that, oh heck yeah. I am pretty sure that I would have a major issue then. But she got a big mower that had like a canopy over the top of it. So nothing ever would be able to fall on her again. If this was going to be permanent, I would probably use my new Sharpie markers. But I don't know how easy those Sharpie markers come off. So the rings are supposed to be, hey Denise, they represent, the colors represent every color, or colors that are in most flags, right? And then it's for the 5 livable continents, they said. And they were designed in 1913. I thought that was kind of interesting. Because I was like, wait, what are the colors? So I had to go Google that and see. And they're interlocking so that it's how countries come together to support each other during the Olympics, is what it's supposed to be. And I just kind of want like not a real strong outline, but I definitely want it to have a little bit of a presence on here. I'm going to tell you this, I probably should not have used any shimmers, but because I've already started with shimmers, I'm going to finish with shimmers. So then it looks like they're intertwined. And then I found out that, you know how everyone is all upset about them saying during the open ceremonies that they mocked the Last Supper? Well, that was not for the Last Supper. They were not doing the Last Supper. What they were doing was the feast of something. And the two people that like the one person that they said represented Jesus, that was supposed to be some kind of Greek god, because you know the Olympics started there, right? So okay, so the green goes here, the yellow here. I found that quite interesting too. I just thought it was quite interesting to some of the different things that have been going on around it, right? And I thought it was interesting as well that how like several big shots, like either movie stars or musical artists have been in the audience cheering for them, besides Snoop Dogg. And Snoop Dogg had to do a lot to get on there. So Snoop Dogg actually, you know, before was not quite a figure that you would want like your kids to look up to, but he's totally has been changing that. And I think a lot had to do when he became like grandfather and stuff, but he actually supports several youth programs and school art programs. He has like a little football team that he supports, and oh no, which color did I say? Yeah, he's done a lot, like a lot of things for kids. So, because somebody was like, why would we want a druggie representing the U.S. at the Olympics? And he said too that it took him a long time to realize that people have to, like, he was enabling people by giving them like that they were just hanging around him and he was paying them and stuff, because you know when he first got money and stuff, that's what he thought, you know, he needed to do, was to support people. And then when he realized that, he had to put a stop to that. So that I thought was really important. And it was funny because they showed him swimming with Michael Phelps. They showed him running with our guys. I'm sorry, I don't remember like some of the other people's names. And I just thought it was quite interesting, some of the information that they were saying. Yeah, because I know a lot of people have said that, you know, oh, he was the worst person to have, and that there were better people to have our kids look up to. But like, he's been there supporting not just one Olympian. He's been like out there supporting all. He's been sitting there. Keith Urban and his wife were there the other night. They showed Latifah there. They showed a lot of people. I had no clue who they were. And they were like saying their names, and I'm like, well, you can say their names, but I don't know who they are. I probably have that yellow one off to the side a little bit, but that's okay. Y'all get the drift of what I'm trying to do. So, yeah, I found all that stuff interesting. And, like, do you know why they have why the pommel horse for the men is so important? So, back in the day, it was to make the soldiers be able to get on their horses if their horses were moving, or like they couldn't get on in the normal way, that it was to show them how to get on their horses in different ways. I found that interesting too, because a lot of these go back to, oh, do you know what that sound means? And Northern Lights could be out tonight. So do you see this? They're not quite centered in that, but see, and then I think with this behind it, don't you think that'll be kind of cool? So yeah. So now we are going to try and figure this out so I can cut it and get this on here. Whoopsie. Had some green still on there. Thank God you can just wipe it off. Right? Find out which side it's on. That would help. So yeah, there's so many interesting facts about the Olympics. And that those doing archery, they use a recurved bow. And I was like, well, what's the difference between a recurved bow and a compound bow? So I looked that up. And then I was looking up to see how much those recurved bows are. Oh my God. Like some of them can start at like $600 for a recurved bow. I was like, whew. It's like, where's that line? Yeah, I thought that was like different too. And like the recurved bows and compound bows, like a compound bow has like the pulleys on them. These don't. And they can travel, like the arrows can travel like 125 feet, I think they said. And I was like looking at them because I'm like, wow, those bows look like they're as big as some of those girls shooting them. Especially like the North Koreans or South Koreans. Well, the Koreans, I'm just going to call them because I don't know which ones they were. And then they have stabilizers on them to help with like the wind and everything too. And I thought that was quite interesting. And do you know how they know, like the swimmers, you know how you see them? They start from the top and they go down, and there's normally like 8 of them. It's the people with the highest, when they do those heat swims and stuff, the people with the best scores, they get in number 4 first, then it's number 5, then it's 6, 3, and then it goes like that. So like if you're in number 7, the 7th lane, or number 8, you had some of the worst scores. So that I thought was interesting too. This will be interesting to see is how to make this stick, because it's sticky but it's sticky on the backside, so we should make sure. See, so I tried to make them look like they're interlocking. Not a great job, but you know what? Good enough. So Chalk has challenged us to do like a travel one. So this is what I was in my mind. Like traveling like to Paris, because I think that would be to me like a safe enough place to travel to. I would never want to travel to like Brazil and do that, because that to me is like, yeah, no. Yeah, so if you are a swimmer and you have a high, some of them weren't quite done. If you had, like, one of our guys was in 7th place, and actually that chick this morning, she was in like number 7, the 7th lane, and she actually ended up winning a medal for hers. So I thought that was pretty cool. Did y'all just see what I did? I just took wet wipe and I cleaned the chalk off that was not quite dried. So evidently it's not quite dried. We had a little smear. So we're going to go in there and try and clean that off. That is why I got the 1 Sharpies, because the Sharpies would, you could go around this with the Sharpies and it would make a very clean line for you, because they write on anything. So here is our thing. So I did have some double-sided tape here, but I don't think I do right now. Check my little drawer. See, nope, that's not it. If I can find. Otherwise, I'll have to just use a little bit of set. Just a little bit of the double-sided tape. Hey, Cindy. So yeah, if you notice that Leon, whatever his name is, who's the kid from Paris that was swimming, like, he had someone chasing him. He was on lane 4, and that was because he had the best qualifying time. Hey, Dee Dee, how are you? So I thought that was interesting. So this is one of our new frames, and it has like acrylic in it. And then we're going to put this down, and tomorrow we will find out what our new color of the month is. And then in September we have our big holiday launch, and ooh, I can't wait. And you know that they've changed it so much too, right? So like if you don't want to be a designer but you want a great discount, now you can just be a Perks member and you can get it for you can get it at a 30% off. So we're going to see if this works. Now, normally you would not have this, so that if you're going to put something on the back like this, you would not have like the ugly side showing, but you guys go. See, my rings aren't great, but they're good enough. I think they're good enough. And I looked to make sure which way the colors went and everything too. And see, this would be one like you could put like somewhere and you could have it something on the back. But because of this, the way I did it, it was just to kind of show. And then if my daughter-in-law would like this, I would actually do this on a like a canvas for her. So I would put the pill and stick paper down on the canvas and then do everything. Then I would do the rings, and then I would do the Eiffel Tower in Paris on top of that. So I'll get this up here so that you can see how the rings are, and then that background. So I hope that that this turned out. If you know, if you like how it turned out. It does come in a smaller version, and then don't forget the shiplap. And I cannot wait to do, oh, you know which one? We have the new nativity. That nativity would look really cool on here. But I can't wait to do this one. And I want to actually, I would love to get and do this like on a table runner, but I would need to find a table runner and then just put the pumpkins, like run the pumpkins down it. But I thought, would those pumpkins work? And you know the placemats that I have. I only have 2 placemats on my table because, well, I use it for everything else and no one ever sits on my table anyways. But I thought, how cool would this be? Just to put that big pumpkin in the middle and maybe these off seats so you could see. I could probably get all 3 pumpkins on here. How cool would that be? Now, if I wanted this as a runner, I mean, I guess I could, like, just line them up and do them. But this would look cooler if this was, if I could find table runners in orange. Because I was thinking about doing the Halloween things on this one. So, yeah. I know. But I do see that Jason is up. And we need to try and figure out something for him to eat. He's been having an upset stomach every time we eat. So, there you guys go. Hope that you guys love this. If you have any questions about being a Perks member, getting 30% off and not having to build a team, put on the comments Perks. I can get you set up with that. If you want one of these frames, let me know and I can help you out with that. The only thing that I can tell you is I'm not going to be able to get you the Paris. The Meet Me in Paris transfer. I know. I think I was up until 1 last night reading to him. And then when my alarm went off at 5:15, it was like, no, 5:30. I was like, Donna, you need to move. You need to move now. So, and thank God that it's been so hot that I just pull my hair up in a ponytail because it doesn't matter how humid it is and that. So, there you guys go. Thanks for coming in and spending some time with me. Hope that you guys have a great night. And that if you're where it is hot and humid like it is here in Wisconsin, it is supposed to break hopefully Sunday night, Monday. That you guys have a great night. That you stay cool. And I will, as soon as I find it, I will chitty chat with y'all again. Don't forget, my name is LaDonna. This is Happy-go-Lowery's Creations. Please, if you can throw me a few hearts, share this out to friends and family, I would appreciate it. You guys have a great night, and thank you always for being here and putting up with my nonsense. Bye now.